Hello, everybody. I am getting around to do the weekly roundup for the single stock Yieldmax ETFs. I can't find what I'm looking for. Just a reminder, I am not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. All I'm doing is gathering data found on the internet and, presenting that to you, finding different ways to look at the data and everything else. And then, or just, if it's just the daily trades and stuff, I present that to you as well. But anyway, I just do that so you can have the data, be informed of what's going on with what I can show you, and then you can gather the rest of the information that you need and learn about these funds. So you can make your decision on these as far as whether you like them or whether you don't. You have to know that these are income ETFs and they are not growth ETFs. They have a lot of risks, so check that out on their website if you haven't already. But let's jump into the weekly roundup. So, you may or may not have watched my follow-up from the distribution. So, we've only done it 2 months. The first month I did it one way, and then based off of the results of the actual distributions versus the estimates, I changed that, and then for this month, and then based on this month's results of the actuals versus the calculations or estimates, I've changed it again, which is then makes it a combination. Well, actually, it takes it more back to the original idea. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of the two. So hopefully this will get us a little closer. But I'll go over some of those changes here. I'll also, this first one I'm going to go through in detail for all those that may be new to this, because I know I didn't do a weekly video last week either. And I'll do that with this first one, and we'll walk through it. And then I have another part of something that's going to be brand new to this workbook. Even though I actually created it last month, I just chose not to show it yet. We had other things going on, and in fact, even today when I did this, I still changed the formula. So we're not even doing it the same way that I had it on there. So anyway, so we will start with AIYY. This is in alphabetical order. So after I go over this first one, and even if you've been watching these workbooks, I still suggest you to, bear through this because we do have a few changes here. And then afterwards, then I would just suggest, if you don't want to watch all these, fast forward to the ETF, that specific one you want to watch, and get that data. But, okay, so the declaration date for this next month is going to be June 5th. So, I don't know, it's about 3 weeks away maybe. And then the ex-dividend date is going to be June 6th. And so let's go down to the bottom down here. We have, you see here, we have the ex-dividend date. And so basically we're looking at the earn dates as the declaration date of last month, because we're assuming that when that declaration amount goes through the day before, which may or may not be accurate. Which, now that I say that, I also wanted to test if we use those numbers maybe to the end of the month versus the day before, but I just remembered that, so I didn't do that this month. But anyway, so this starts with that declaration date up until the next. Okay, so let me go back. That ex-dividend date there to explain, that is this last month's. Yeah, because that was Monday. The 3rd, May 3rd. Was a Friday, and May 6th was the Monday. So anyway, we got the earn dates, the declaration date through the day before the declaration date of the next month. And so between these two dates, there's 22 days, trading days to earn there. So far, to those 22, we've completed 7 days, or 32%, and we have 15 or 68% of the days left. Okay, so going back to the top here, of course, we have our Yieldmax ETF, and then we have our underlying in column C. The row number 2, which is the next row below the, I guess I could use this right here. We have our outstanding shares. These are as of today. For AIYY, we have a little over 2.5 million outstanding shares, which is a 15% increase since the last distribution or declaration. I know I say that, but is it, well, so this is paste of values, so this doesn't have formulas. So this is B2 minus, you know what, I bet I'm supposed to change that formula, and yes, I think. All right, so I'm glad I thought about that. So I have updated this, and I have updated the data here. I thought that seemed pretty high. Considering I think we've only, we already know because we looked at the bottom. We're only a third of the way in here. So since the data, what I did, it's from the end of day of the declaration date last month. So technically, whatever the outstanding shares were the morning of ex-dividend date. So this is the change between those, which in this case, the outstanding shares have gone up 1% since ex-dividend date. And then, of course, we have our start price, again, ex-dividend date. So after the distribution, has already come out and the stock dropped first thing that morning at 4 a.m. Price for the ETF, of course. And then we have AI's price. So that's our... let me just double check. Yes, that is our open price. It's been a minute since I've looked at this, so I just want to make sure I wasn't misspeaking there. So this is our open price that morning, and then this is where we're at as of a close on Monday the 13th. And then we had the change, right? So in this case, AIYY has gone up 20 cents. And I do not know. Okay, yeah, it's went up 20 cents, and then AI has gone up 77 cents. So percentage-wise, the change is that AI has gone up 2%, while AIYY has gone up 2%, while AI has gone up 3%. So in this case, going up 3 is better than going up 2. Therefore, the 3% is green and the 2% is red, just to show which one's better than the other. And then as far as ranking, so we, line 7, we're just ranking all of the ETFs together. They ranked against each other, and then all the underlying are ranked against each other. And here there are 19 ETFs. So out of the 19 ETFs, AIYY is 13, and out of the, I did say 18, but out of the 19 ETFs, AIYY is 13, and AI is 12 out of the underlying. And then we go to the next section here. The first dark green there, this is the historical distribution information. So the lowest, and this is the range, right? So the lowest has been 40 cents, while the highest has been $1.35. And then the lowest yield has been 29 cents, and the highest yield has been 84. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know if I said it wrong or not. Sometimes I wonder if I actually said it right and it's just in my head. But 29% was the lowest, and 84% was the highest percentages, in case I said cents. But anyway, so that's just the range of the low and high of historical data. Then on the next line, we have what last month's distribution was, which you can see in this case was extremely low. It was like almost the lowest, but the yield was actually 39%. So then this goes back to, the lowest distribution or the highest distribution doesn't necessarily match the highest yield here. I mean, it probably does in most of the cases, if not all, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to. That's not the way I had these set up, the formulas. And then, anyway, so I'd already said the last month's distribution there. And then the next one is the 30-day. This is an estimate based off the 30-day implied volatility, right? So here, AI's 30-day implied volatility based on today, not, last week or, a little bit of last week and then this week some and, all that stuff, which I've tested that out last month too, and it was okay, but it wasn't necessarily better than some of the other methods. And so why go through me trying to figure all that out, even though Jay has said in interviews that, they pay out the premium that they try to collect a week, which is based on the implied volatility, which is why I thought to go back and do that, along with some other different strategies based on what he said, and I didn't get them to work. Of course, I only used them on certain ETFs, and that could be the problem. Maybe that one had an exception that month. I don't know. But unless I have time, I can't, play around with all those different things. When on top of that, I don't even have all the trade data, because if, the trades aren't posted correctly or they're not all posted or whatever, we just miss out on that data. So anyway, IV 86%. The distribution estimate based off of that is 88 cents. Then we have the short call premium received. And in this case, this is what we've received so far. So in the 7 days, or the, 32% of the days so far, we've gotten 16 cents, which would be a 16% yield, it says. So that's the short call premium received. And then the short call all trades or net trades is the same in this case. Maybe it's just because it looks odd because we've only been a week, but hold on. Okay, so no, we do have, okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think. This one did just close out of some synthetic trades. I know we had some that expired May 3rd. Maybe that was the last one, so maybe that's why. If we haven't had that many people buying in. But let's see. Let's check the bottom. Yeah, there's no trades here on the bottom. Let me look on our all trades here. Okay, close your eyes if you can't look at the stuff spinning on the screen, which I'm one of those, so it'd be nice if there was just go to the top of the page. Okay. I just want to make sure. So yeah, it's showing no, which I guess it's not the only one down here. Of course, do I have the days over here, right? Yeah. One more thing I could check just in case is clear. We're talking AIYY. And then if we only wanted to see synthetics, and then we're looking for just really the last week or so. That was right before. So, yeah, that other one expired on the 3rd. It looks like they closed them out on the 1st. I guess my only thought is the reason I wanted to check, because if the outstanding shares have increased, I guess if they bought in, which why would anybody buy into this fund necessarily on declaration date. But if they bought into this, then, the money that they received went towards paying distributions or whatever, so they didn't actually go and buy and do more trades, which we can see here. But they had to have, because the share count increased, which is why I was just looking. So hold on. This makes me want to look just to make sure I didn't miss copying a day of trades over. And I will say I did not go back and double check, and I usually do. But of course, with me being so much, things happen. So let me make sure I didn't miss copying any of my trades over. All right, so I just went and looked it up, and it is right. They basically used, there was an increase of 25,000 outstanding shares, and they used that came in to, it basically went to distributions. Looking at the reduction in cash and everything. So, yeah, the share count is still the same as far, when I say share, I guess the contracts. Let me just look through today too. Oh, wrong. All right, yep. Even through today, it's still exactly the same. So that one didn't have it, so sorry. Lots of data, lots of numbers. If I ever see anything off, I always want to just double check, because there could always be an error in there somewhere. So anyway, so we have last month's distribution, which was actually a full month in itself, right? And then we have the implied volatility. That's based on a full month in itself, but the short call premium itself is not. That is just based on the 7 days. And so that purple range, that's based on those three numbers. And so you see a low range of 16 cents. However, that, and maybe I should do that. I haven't put a lot of thought into this. Maybe I should hide the purple, because we are so far out that we need to use this other amount, because like I said, 16 cents, that's fairly low, but again, it's just for a partial time frame. So what I did here, I built this, future estimate distribution range, which is basically, it's really just taking that 16 cents that's the premium earned, based on the number of days, and, we've earned that amount, based on the number of days, total trading days. Of course, it can be different, right? Because, yeah, we can look at total trading days, but we know most of the time it's just, that one weekly thing. So it really, I guess, depends. I thought about that before. I think that's why I got rid of this section, or chose not to show it. And then I know I also end up doing different calculations, but I think the one time I did it the first time, and we was within a couple of days. I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense, because it's not a Thursday or Friday, so we're not going to get any more premium. So it wouldn't make sense to estimate out earning more premium for 2 days that it's very likely that we're going to earn any premium. So that's why I'd hit it. But now what this is doing, it's taking that 16 cents. Okay, this is what was earned over 7 days. And based on that, this is what we could earn, over the 22 days. And it's taken that account into this range and this average. Of course, this range is still 41 to 88 cents. It just means that the short call premium estimate, just based on this current average, based on days, is somewhere between 41 and 88. But then it's used in that number is used in that future average. I could break it out. I thought about it, and I thought, no, it's not really relevant. So it's just built in my formulas here. So yeah, I think we'll hide the purple one for now, just because it doesn't show out in the future, and I think it can make it look more way too low on the lower end. I don't know. Y'all can let me know what you think. Of course, we get closer to it, we'll open that part back up. But anyway, so that's what we have, and so that's new. Of course, the bottom is just the actual dollar amounts if you wanted to see it. But seeing a bunch of numbers like that, it's hard to know how that affects the share price unless it's broken down by share price and stuff. So we have the, last month it was these two, so I had the dark lines around those two. And now, since our average is going back to including the short call premium in it, I've changed the dark lines. Of course, the first month I was doing it at this and this, and then a lot of people said it needed to include this, so it was these three. And then this last month, based on, the previous month, it was based on this, and now looking at this month, I'm including this, because this month it was actually based on this or the average of these three. So, yeah. All right, so now we're going to get through this. It's 3:20 in the morning. All right, so AMDY. They've actually gone down 2% in outstanding shares since the ex-dividend date. AMDY stock prices increased 7 cents, 0%. And AMD has dropped $2.54 or 2%. So AMD's done better over the last 7 trading days. Is it 7? No, it's not 7 trading days, because these are as of the ex-dividend date. And the days below are based on the pay period as far as the earning days, the expected earning days. But anyway, they both ranked 17 out of the 19. And then the distribution range here, 44 to $1.67. Last month was 51 based on implied volatility, possible 55. And our current short call premium is 17 cents. And then you can see those other trades there, which I won't go over on all of these, but you see the net trades is actually a loss of 6 cents. Synthetics, they've lost $1.31 for a total loss of $1.36. Of course, these are rounded numbers as well, so that's why they don't match up exactly there. And then, so if we look at the bottom, based on the numbers above and the estimate there, it looks like 51 to 55 cents or 53 cent average. So 17 times 3, that's about 51, 52. It's not exactly 3. Okay. I'm just making sure, because it just seemed like a coincidence that was just perfect there. All right, let's move on to AMZ. Did we move up that much? 25%? AMZ. We did. I guess somebody's really advocating for AMZ here. We have, not saying it's not bad, that it's not good or anything. I'm just saying. Look at that huge increase. Wow. So from the yellow date, 700,000 shares. I'm going to guess, we can't see each day here. So you can say, no, this one's a big jump, but that's like a whole week. I was just doing them weekly, but then I just inserted this for, it looks like some of them I've done more than, but I inserted this so we could have it for our calculation. All right, we have some AMZ lovers out there. Or a new one. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Okay, so a 25% increase. What did I say? 900,000 in in the first 32% of trading days, whatever it was. Anyway, let's move on. The AMZ has gone up 17 cents or 1%. Amazon has gone up 29 cents or 0%. So AMZ has done better than Amazon. They both rank 4. Distribution range 37 to 97 cents. Last month's distribution was 97 cents. Based on implied volatility, wow. Implied IV is only 23%. That's low, but their lowest distribution or lowest range was 21%. So, but yeah, so 44 cents based on IV. But look at the short call premium just for this short amount of period. It's already 31 cents. But why is that? Oh, the stop. Wow, I didn't realize the stop price was that much. All right, so I did the math, and 16% is correct. It just seemed low, but I don't know. Anyway, so let's move on. So 31 cents so far, which is only 16%. The bottom, if we look at the future estimate range there, we're looking at 44 to 97 cents or 79-cent average. Okay, I did the math on that one. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just the average of those two numbers like the last one seemed, but no, it is taking into account the other number. I feel like I'm never going to get done with this video because I'm going to keep stopping to check stuff. But that's okay. I changed a lot of things. It's okay to do that. I just want to make sure my data is right for y'all, or my calculations. So we'll move on to Apple here. Outstanding shares have increased 3%. Apple has gone up 1%, while Apple's gone up 2%. So Apple has done better, and they both rank number 3. Distributions range from 17 to 63 cents. Last month was 34. IV estimate right now is 28, and they've only earned 9 cents so far. Wow. I'm sorry, they've only earned 9 cents a short call premium. All right. So if we look at the bottom, our future estimated range is 28 to 34 cents with an average of 30 cents. Coney, outstanding shares have increased 18%. Coin has gone down 12 cents. Coney has gone down 10 cents. So Coney is doing better. But they do rank 18 out of the 19. Ran out of coffee and haven't had anything to drink since. And apparently I should have just grabbed another cup while I was in there. So I think I was they ranked 18. So distributions have ranged from $1.08 to $2.79. Last month it was $2.28. Based on current IV, estimate is $1.18. This shows that they've only earned 32 cents in premium right now. So if we look at our future estimate range, this is showing 99 cents, which is about right if we're a third of the way through, and we've only got 32 cents. And then so 99 to 228 with an average of $1.48 there. Outstanding shares have increased 14%. Disney has gone down 8%, and Dizzo's gone down 7%, therefore doing better, and they rank 15. Distributions have ranged between 26 and 77 cents. Last month was 71 cents. Currently, based on IV, it's calculating 30 cents. And so far, short call premium received is 15 cents. Future estimate range here is 30 to 71 cents with an average of 49 cents. Phoebe outstanding shares have increased 4%. Phoebe has gone down 1 cent. 1 cent. And Meta has actually gone up 3%. So Meta ranks 14 amongst the underlying, and Phoebe is ranking 16 with the ETFs. Distributions have ranged from 28 cents to $1.18, with last month being 90 cents. Current IV estimate is 44 cents, and the short call premium received so far has been 14 cents. Future range shows 43 to 90 cents with the average of 59 cents. GUI outstanding shares have increased 13%. So Alphabet's gone up only 1%, while GUI has gone up 2%. GUI is ranking number 1 amongst the Yieldmax ETFs, while Alphabet's ranking 2 on the underlying, with the underlying. Distribution range is 23 to 67 cents. Last month was the highest distribution of 67 cents. GUI did have great earnings, has been doing good. And then IV estimate right now, the IV is only 25%, so the estimate is 38 cents. So far, though, they've earned 21 cents in premium. Shows a future range, estimate range of 38 to 68 cents with an average of 57 cents. JPMO outstanding shares have increased 3%. JPMO has gone up 2%, while JPM's gone up 4%, therefore doing better, and ranks number 7. JPMO is ranking number 10. Distributions range from 20 to 65 cents. Last month it was 42 cents, based on an 18% IV. Distribution estimate there is 29 cents. Short call premium received so far, though, is 19 cents. That gives us a range of 29 to 60 cents with an average of 44 cents. Murni outstanding shares have increased 6%. Moderna has gone up 1%, making it number 1. And Murni has gone down 1%, and it's number 2 with the ETFs. Distribution range is 41 cents to $2.65. Last month's distribution was 95 cents with the IV currently estimate of 81 cents, and they've earned 22 cents short call premium so far. Current range is 68 to 95 cents with an average of 81 cents. MSFO outstanding shares have increased 9%. Microsoft has gone up 1%, while MSFO has gone up 2%. MSO is ranking number 5, and Microsoft's ranking 10. Distributions have been 28 to 78 cents, with last month being 57 cents. Current IV estimate is 34 cents. But short call premium received so far is 28 cents. Current range is 34 to 89 cents with an average of 60 cents. Misty has increased outstanding shares by 10%. MicroStrategy has gone down 2%, while Misty has increased 9 cents. They both are ranking 19 against the 19. Distribution ranges, well, it's only had 2, 252 and 413. Last month it was the 252. Right now, based on the IV, it's 227. And short call premium received so far, though, is $1.33. Range right now is 227 to 419 with an average of 299. Netflix outstanding shares have increased 8%. Netflix has increased by 2%, but Netflix has increased 6%, making it better. Netflix is ranking 9, while Netflix is ranking 11. Distribution range has been 42 to $1.26. Last month's distribution was 97 cents. Current IV estimate is 39 cents. Short call premium received to date is 24 cents. I say to date. This does not include today's trades. Then we have a range of 39 to 97 cents with an average of 71 cents. NVIDIA outstanding shares have increased 1%. And NVIDIA has gone up 1%, while NVIDIA has gone up 2%. So NVIDIA is has done better than NVIDIA. And NVIDIA is ranking number 6, while NVIDIA is ranking number 9. Distribution range has been 42 cents to 262. Last month it was $1.20. Currently, based on the IV of 57, which is the same as last month's yield, it's $1.23. Short call premium received so far is 62 cents, so that's looking pretty on track there. Current range is $1.20 to $1.96 with an average of $1.46. All right, so let's move on to OARC. Outstanding shares have increased. I'm sorry, I had to pause. I think I was saying that OARC outstanding shares have increased 3%. OARC and ARC have both gone down 4%, but apparently ARC has done just a little better, which ranks 13, while OARC ranks 14. Historical distributions is 24 cents to $1.09, which that $1.09, by the way, is way in the past, like over a year ago. So, so just to put that out there. Last month's distribution though has probably been the biggest it's been in a long time, which is 53 cents. Current estimate based off of IV is 32 cents, but that don't seem right. Have they really received 26 cents premium so far? I don't know. It seems weird, but I've already verified several different numbers that I've went back and checked. So, yeah, I mean, the IV is up to 35%, so maybe. I don't know. Hopefully there's no typos or missing trades or, I don't know, because the data is only as good as we get. And then, of course, once it hits the workbook, there's possibility of issues there as well. But it's usually errors like that coming in with trades or not coming in or few and far between, which wouldn't be the issue here anyway. But yeah, that's 26 cents. But anyway, that would give us a range of 32 to 82 cents with an average of 56. That means that 26 is averaging out to 82 because it's not one of the other two numbers. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on. I need to get some sleep. PayPay here, outstanding shares have increased 6%. PayPay has gone down 4%, while PayPal has gone down 3%. Their rankings are 8 for PayPay and 11 for PayPal. Historical distributions is 47 to 94 cents. Last month was the highest distribution of 94 cents. And current estimate based on IV is 43 cents, which is that's half of the yield from last month. So far, they've brought in 14 cents for short call premiums. Gives us a range of 43 to 94 cents with an average of 61 cents. Then we have Block. Outstanding shares have increased 6%. Squee has actually gone up 1%, while Block has gone down 1%. So Squee is rank is 12 and Block's rank is 16. Historical distribution is 38 cents to $2.15, with last month being $1.12. Based on IV, 77-cent estimated distribution. Short call premium received so far, though, that's pretty high, especially when looking at the IV estimate, is 52 cents. So the current range is showing 77 cents to $1.65. The average there is $1.18. So Tesla outstanding shares have increased 1%, which is actually good because I think last pay period it was a decrease of 1% because Tesla had that little glory moment where it went back up before it came back down. And a lot of people are trying to get out, I guess. But both of these have gone down 6%, but Tesla apparently is doing a little bit better than Tesla. But Tesla is ranking 5 with the underlying, while Tesla's ranking 6 with the ETFs. Distributions here, these are split adjusted, so the 68 cents was like actual 2 months ago, I believe, with last month being 69 cents, but the 213 is that is definitely split adjusted from like the very beginning, again, just like OARC. So the estimate based on the IV is 51 cents, and the short call premium received so far is 34 cents. So that's promising. But that gives us a range of 51 cents to $1.06 with an average of 75 cents. All right. So then Zomo, our last one, outstanding shares have increased by 4%. They've both gone up 1%, but I guess Zomo's a little bit better because it's green there. Zomo ranking 7, while Exxon's ranking 8. Historical distributions are between 20 and 41 cents, last month being 34. Based on current IV, the estimate is 26. However, you can see they've received 18 cents. Next time, I don't know why I think this at the very end of the video, I need to look to see how many Fridays that we have between now and the next distribution, right? Because most of their trades are done on Thursday and Friday. So I said the X date was June 6th, so that's a Thursday. So there is a possibility that they could maybe do some trades on that Thursday to try to get those distributions up some if they're not where they think they need to be. So that actually, sorry, I pushed something on my phone. We have we have 3 Fridays left. So this Friday, the 17th, the 24th, the 31st, and then the last day is the 6th, which is a Thursday. So I feel like that's got to be wrong, right? It's just an X date of the 6th. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's almost 5 full weeks. Okay. So with that then, well, it is almost 5 full weeks, but we will have at least, we'll have 1 day in there for a holiday. I don't think there's 2. I know we have some half trading days or something, but they're on my calendar page, and I don't think I have that in here. But anyway, it looks like, yeah. So now I'm going to finish going through this real quick, but then I need to go back and look at the dates. Maybe I'm just losing it here. But anyway, so let's look. So the rankings are 7 and 8, 8 for Zomo, and then I feel like I did this, but maybe I didn't. 20 to 41 cent range for historical distributions, last month being 34, 26 based on IV, 18 cents so far, with a range of 26 to 58 cents and an average of 39. Okay, sorry, I know I just rushed through that and I may have just said something twice. Okay, so now this is right, because one, I just said June 6th, that's the ex-dividend date. We want to look at earn dates, so it would be June 4th. And then, of course, we have a holiday in there. So I just counted them with the calendar just to make sure. So we are a third of the way through, and we still have 2/3 to go. But that is still, so that's 1, 2, 3 weeks. So we will not have that last Thursday. So 3 weeks and 3 Fridays left. And we've done 2 Fridays so far, because the 3rd was the declaration date. So the earnings for that day would go towards this pay period. So the 3rd and 10th we've already done. Then we'll have 17, 24, and 31. So there'll be 5 Fridays. here. All right. Anyway, I just want to make sure that was right. I don't know. Hopefully, you understood. Well, I didn't really tell you. I briefly, I guess, went over why I chose these, but if you just watch the video that I just posted, sort of looking at the numbers, comparing everything, looking who was the closest, and then looking at all those that were close. And anyway, you'll understand what I was saying if you watch the video, but that'll give you a better understanding on why we went back to these. And, this will be the first time trying out this future estimated, distribution range and the future average. So I don't know. I think what I'll do is every week, if I do this video, obviously I missed 1 week already. But yeah, we were only one day though into the pay period, so I don't feel so bad now by not doing it. But what I should do is take all of these and put these on a sheet and see how they track to see if it's even close. If it's something that we should even continue, of course, we should do it for a couple of months, unless I feel for some reason that no, this isn't going to work, just to see how it performs. But anyway, I hope y'all got something out of this, and I will talk to y'all later. Thank you. Bye.